Let me tell you something that most people in real estate will never admit. And that is that most investors don't fail because they don't have money. They actually fail because they're playing the wrong game. And I know this because I did it for 14 years. I wholesaled well north of 750 houses, made great money, had big months, but every single month, inevitably, I was starting from zero, chasing the next deal, chasing the next assignment fee, riding the income roller coaster, telling myself that this was freedom. And it wasn't freedom. It was a high paying job. It was a treadmill, but what's worse is that I had built this treadmill. And the moment that I realized that I wasn't lacking income, I was merely playing the wrong game, everything absolutely changed. And that's when I discovered self-storage. You see, I wasn't having to deal with tenants. I wasn't dealing with toilets and trash and employees and all this craziness, right? I wasn't chasing deals anymore. I didn't need volume. I didn't need that very many for it to have a significant impact on my life and on my income. And what I built is what you're about to go through. Now, originally, I created the cash flow map system to sell it. It was actually designed initially with the intent to go ahead and sell it. And quite honestly, I could have sold it for hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. But I decided to do something completely different. I'm actually giving it away. I'm giving it to you. Now, here's the thing. Just because it's free, I don't want you to treat it and value it like it's free, because it's certainly not. I truly believe the information that you're about to uncover in the cash flow maps acquisition system is something that, when applied, has the ability to change a lot for you. In fact, I truly believe it can be a game changer. And over the course of the next 12 weeks, I'm releasing the entire 5-module cash flow maps acquisition system right here on YouTube. 2 videos per week. Now, this first video is 1.1, and that's something we call your game map. Because before you find deals, before you fund them, before you close them, you need to understand which game you're playing. All right? Because clarity eliminates deal fog. Clarity eliminates fear. It eliminates hesitation. Honestly, clarity can solve a lot of problems, but now you have to execute. The problem is a lot of people don't know what they need to execute on, and that's exactly what the cash flow maps acquisition system is designed and built to help you overcome. And if you stay until the end of this video, you're going to see the exact roadmap that can take you from where you are right now to owning your first storage facility in the next 6 months. So with that being said, let's dive right into it and let's build your game map. Hey, I'm Alex Pardo. Welcome to Cash Flow Maps. I am a self-storage investor, operator, and coach. But here, I'm your guide from the side, not the sage from the stage. Now, you have probably already done what most people will never do, and that's take action. I'm excited for you because I know what's on the other side of this, and that's more freedom, more clarity, and a business that doesn't rely on tenants, toilets, or trash. Now, by the time that we're done, you're going to have a step-by-step roadmap, what I like to call in this video, your game map, to be able to find, fund, and close on your first self-storage facility. So for that, I welcome you. I congratulate you, my friend, because this course is basically your treasure map. Just fewer pirates and a lot more profit. Now, speaking of profit, before we jump in, I think there's something really important that I need to share with you. And let me just put out there that this is not the sexy part, but it 100% matters. You've probably seen a bunch of disclaimers before, but I want you to really hear this one because it sets the tone for everything ahead. Now, I'm going to read something because I'm not that smart to remember all this, but I think it's really important that you hear me loud and clear. So here we go. As stipulated by law, we cannot and do not make any guarantees about your ability to get results or earn money with any of the ideas, information, tools, or strategies that we share. Nothing in this program or in any of our websites is intended to be a guarantee or a promise of results or future earnings. All of our programs are intended to help you be successful and profitable, but they do require desire, dedication, and hard work from you. So to be crystal clear, the success that I and others have experienced as a result of what's shared in this training does not guarantee that you will have the same. Your success depends on you taking action and on what you learn. So while reading books, watching videos, and attending trainings like this will never make you wealthy or successful, you need to take ownership, accountability, and responsibility for your success, right? Only taking action will help you get what it is that you want. So don't let your learning lead to knowledge, or you'll just be another statistic or another failure. Let your learning lead to action. In fact, one of the things I share with our Storage Wins community members is we need to have an attitude of progress, not perfection, and we need to take massive imperfect action. All right. So now that all the lawyers are happy and that's behind this, let's get to the good stuff. Now, I think it's important that before we dive into this, you just hear a little bit about my origin story, because years ago, I was a burned out wholesaler. I've been in the real estate game since 2005. And the irony is that I got into real estate because I wanted to experience more freedom. I wanted cash flow. I wanted cash. I wanted to experience all the benefits that real estate provides. And yet I ended up playing the wrong game. For about 14 years, I was a wholesaler. I would wholesale residential properties and wholesaled north of 750 deals. But it was many, many years ago that I just started to feel burned out. I'd been wholesaling a bunch of houses, but the problem was that every single month I was starting from zero. And I felt like I was chasing the next deal, wondering if this is what real freedom was supposed to feel like. And I remember I had a really good conversation with a friend of mine who owned a self-storage facility. And when I looked behind the curtain, I saw something completely different. I found exactly what I had been looking for when I first decided to get into real estate in 2005. Steady cash flow, no employees, being able to run the business and automate it and run it remotely from anywhere in the world, not having to deal with tenants, toilets, and trash, having to deal with evictions, and really just experiencing real-time freedom. And that conversation in many ways changed my life, because on the back of that, I was able to build a business and now a community around helping others experience the same freedom. And look, just so you know, some of you watching this and listening to me right now are already part of our Storage Wins coaching community, which means you've already chosen to go deeper with me and my team on a weekly basis. And for you, this course is your foundation. It's the roadmap that everything we coach on is built from. And for those of you who are brand new and just getting started in this journey, welcome once again. I'm so excited to be able to guide you through this process and this incredible asset class, because this is where your path begins. Now, wherever you're starting from, and just know that you are in the right place, and I'm extremely grateful to be able to guide you on this journey, like I just mentioned. So today, look, through our Storage Wins coaching community and just our company, our mission is simple. That is to help you buy your first storage facility, create real cash flow, and live free. But this isn't about me. It is 100% about you. I'm here to shorten your learning curve, and I want to guide you to your first winning deal. Now, as you can see here, this is the Storage Wins triangle model, and it's a framework that ties everything we do inside of Storage Wins together in something we call cash flow maps. Now, let me go ahead and walk you through it so you can see the big picture and you see what's up ahead on the road ahead. At the center is your goal, and that is to buy your first storage facility within the next 6 to 12 months. Okay, so that's the big storage win. It's your reason for being here. Now, most people will never get there because they hit the same 3 roadblocks again and again. And those are the 3 reds that you see. It's deal fog, which basically means like, I don't know what a good deal is. I don't even know where to start. Where do I begin? And as a result of having deal fog, they get stuck before they even try to get started. The second one is no money. It's the limiting belief that because you don't have cash or connections or access to capital, that you can't go out and possibly buy a storage facility. And the third is wrong deal. And I hear this all the time. It's, hey, Alex, I'm afraid of making a big mistake and losing a bunch of money. And I totally get it, which is why we've addressed these 3 common roadblocks and obstacles inside of our Storage Wins triangle model. Now, the greens, okay, each red has its opposite green, and that is the milestone that gets you moving forward. So in order to move past deal fog, you need deal discovery, and that's seeing clearly and recognizing great opportunities. What does a good deal look like? To overcome no money, you need to have a mindset of fearless funding, knowing every path to finance a deal and having it with confidence. And then to avoid getting involved in the wrong deal, you need to understand what a winning deal looks like. And that's properly structuring it so that you can create a true storage win. Now, the blues are, think of this as your projects. It's the how-tos. Okay, these are the specific systems and tools that make each green real. So in deal discovery, we have something we call the buy box blueprint, the deal flow machine, and the deal filter system. Now, I'll talk more specifically about this in this video, but in Fearless Funding, we have the funding options map, the capital connections network, and the fearless funding formula. And then in Winning Deal, where it all comes together, we have our closing playbook, the facility fast start, and the facility freedom method. So that is the storage wins triangle. Again, remember, the yellow is your goal. The red are the obstacles, the barriers, the things getting in your way. The greens are the milestones to help you overcome those obstacles. And the blues are the specific how-to, the projects. Now, if you master these three greens, deal discovery, fearless funding, and winning deal, you'll do what most people only dream about, okay? And that's buy your first storage facility within the next 6 to 12 months and start creating real freedom. Let me pause for a quick second. If you are serious about buying your very first storage facility, don't piece this together video by video. Inside the Cash Flow Maps membership, you're gonna get the entire acquisition system unlocked right now, plus the underwriting tools, the templates, the scripts, and the deal filters that we actually use. And you can't get these here on YouTube. You can actually create a free account to access and unlock the entire acquisition system along with all the valuable resources. Click the link in the description, get the full system, and then let's come back to this and keep building. Back to the video. Now, let me just take a step back for a second and let's zoom out. Let's think big picture here. Think of this as a big mall map that says you are here, right? Here's the difference though. If you ask my wife, my family, they know that I hate malls. I don't like shopping, not even for myself. So don't worry, we're not gonna be wandering past a Cinnabon or a food court in a way to find freedom. This map is gonna show you the most direct path and route from where you are today to your first storage win. Okay, now let me next address who this is for and who this is not for. Super important. This program is built for action takers. It's designed for anybody, whether you're an experienced investor or you're starting fresh with a drive and a hunger to succeed. If you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme, that's not who this is for. So if that's you, go ahead and ask for a refund. Stop watching because you'll waste the rest of your time. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Okay, I want to be super clear and transparent about that. But if you want a proven roadmap and a guide who's walked the path, you're in the right place. I can assure you that. So let me now give you an overview of the journey, right? Let me preview the map ahead so that you know how to get the most out of this program. Module 1 is where we're at right now, and that's start your journey. Okay, so we are in the game map video. And in the next video, we're gonna talk about how you can embrace the opportunity, not just from a mindset perspective, but how you can get the most out of this program and the coming modules. Module 2 is all about deal discovery. And that's where we're gonna get into your buy box blueprint and the market map so you know exactly what to look for and where to look for it. In module 3, we're gonna talk about deal flow. And that's specifically, we're gonna talk about our cash flow maps method, the off-market edge, and how you can get deals off-market, not having to rely on brokers. We'll talk about the direct contact blueprint, because one thing I can tell you for certain is that conversations lead to conversions, conversions lead to contracts, and contracts lead to cash and cash flow. So we'll cover that in the direct contact blueprint. We'll talk about how to set up your deal flow machine and how to get others to run it for you. And then we'll also talk about the deal filter system so that you know, hey, what is a good deal and what's not? What deserves more of your time, energy, and attention? And what is, pass, go, and collect $200 type of thing. Now, module 4 is all about our fearless funding module. And that's specifically, we'll talk about the funding options map, the capital connections network, and the fearless funding formula. And then module 5, to round this out, we're going to talk about how do you win the deal. And specifically, we'll get into our closing playbook, the facility fast start, and the facility freedom method. Now, once you get through those 5 modules, you'll unlock the Amplifier training series. And this is an advanced bonus sessions, case studies, behind the scenes strategies. Now, this training, I want you to understand, is split into 2 main parts. You got the core training, which is module 1 through module 5. And then you have the amplifier training, or another way that we call them is amp sessions. So think of it this way. The core training gives you everything you need to get your first deal done. The amp sessions amplify your success with deeper tools, real world stories, when you're ready for that next level. Now, this is super important, and I understand that there's going to be some of you, hopefully not very many, that don't listen to me here. Do not skip ahead. Okay, follow the sequence. Each lesson builds on the next, like roads on a map. So imagine if you actually had a map in front of you or a GPS and you jumped too far ahead, you're likely going to miss some turns, or you're going to take the wrong turn, right? You're going to end up lost in the weeds. And so follow the path. It's been mapped out to get you your first facility as quickly as possible and safely, provided that you're willing to plug in, do the work, and follow the roadmap, okay? Now, if you ever need any help, we've got you. Our team is here to make sure that you're never stuck. Now, if you want direct feedback, accountability, and you want to learn alongside other storage investors, like-minded people that are here to give and serve as much as they're here to take and extract and learn, then that's where we have our Storage Wins community and coaching program. That's where we work together every single week to apply these principles to your real deals in real time. So you'll find the link somewhere near this video when the time is right. But look, everything you'll learn ties back to one mission. And that's helping you buy your first storage facility to create consistent cash flow and live free. So what I think is important you understand is that this is not just about money. Okay, it's about options, it's about legacy, it's about freedom. Now, I might not know your individual story, but chances are you're looking for more freedom. You want money as a vehicle to be able to do the things that fuel you with your loved ones and give you more options, give you more time. So if that's you, again, you're in the right place. Now, I want to go ahead and just foreshadow what's coming here. And I want you to know where we're headed because I think it's important to reconnect with why this matters. Because the one thing I know for sure is that whenever you decide and commit to do something, somewhere along this journey that we're on, right, of cash flow maps, somewhere along this path, we're going to be met with resistance, with obstacles. Any journey you decide to go on, that you decide and commit, the universe will throw roadblocks or curveballs in your way. Okay, so I think it's important that you understand why you've decided to invest in yourself and take the time to do this. So in the next video, we're going to embrace the opportunity. And what that means is that we're going to talk about vision. We're going to talk about possibility and how you can stay focused so you can actually finish what you've started here. Now, before you move on to that next one, a few quick steps. Number one, I want you to download your cash flow maps mind map. The link is probably right below this video or somewhere on this page. Number two, I want you to block off 60 minutes to go through the first module within the next 24 hours. Why? Because we want to build that momentum. Okay, we want to start to stack the small wins so that eventually we can get to that big storage win. And that's going to require you to commit to this. Don't just let this be another course or training that you invest in, but that you don't go through, because then it's not going to help you. Okay, so block off the next 60 minutes. I want you to put it in your calendar at some point in the next 24 hours to finish module one, which is this video you're watching right now. And then the next one, which is embrace the opportunity. And then lastly, I want you to head over to the Storage Wins Facebook group. You're going to see a link below. And I want you to, once you get accepted into the group, which is our free private Facebook community, I want you to do a post and write, "I'm in, my game map is ready." And then here's what I want you to do. I want you to tag me, Alex Pardo, and then hashtag cashflow maps and hashtag storage wins. That way I can see it, I can celebrate with you, I can go in there and comment, and that is going to help spark momentum, okay? It builds community energy, it shows others that you are taking action, and that is what this journey is all about. It's about taking massive, imperfect action. So again, welcome. I am so pumped to be able to be your guide and have you now as part of the crew. So welcome once again, congratulations, and I will see you on the next video. All right, that's your game map. Here's what I want you to do next. Go to the cash flow maps playlist here in YouTube and move straight into the next lesson in the sequence. If the next lesson is already live, awesome, keep going. If it's not live yet, make sure that you're subscribed with notifications on because I'm releasing this entire system in order and you don't want to lose momentum. And if you want the entire cash flow maps acquisition system unlocked, including all of the valuable templates, scripts, underwriting tools, and resources that I use in my storage business that are not available on YouTube, create your free account using the link in the description. Either way, don't just watch this. The idea is to implement and execute. I'll see you on the next lesson.